Hello, Clint.
Hello,
I can't
how are
see
you?
you. Hey, how are you,
Can you see me now?
Clint?
I'm
I
good,
can
I'm
see
good,
you now.
thank you. And you?
Yeah, I'm
How are
great.
you?
I'm great. Thank you so much. So thank you for Thomas. Welcome to Thomas podcast. So introduce yourself, please. Who are you?
Yes, my name is Clint. I am a teacher in Southeast London. Um, I'm a father as well, father of three. I'm a gym fanatic. I like to gym. Also picked up DJing as well. So I've been doing that in my sort of hobby part time, and yeah, it seems to be going really, really great. So yeah.
You forgot that. Are you a coach as well, apparently?
Stop. Yes, I also coach as well in terms of fitness as well. So yeah, been doing that and also football coaching. So yeah, a lot of coaching here and there. A very busy guy.
Listen, we need to come into that. So you're a father. You're a gym fanatic. You still work
Yeah.
out very early in the mornings?
Oh yeah, I'm known for working out early in the morning. So I wake up about 4:45. That's my sort of schedule. Wake up 4:45, and then yeah, the rest is history in that sense. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And you're a
but
teacher. You
I
are
am.
a coach and a
Yeah.
football coach. So let's crack down. How do you manage to do everything? One person of you doing 6 or 7 jobs. How? And a DJ as well. How does that work?
I mean, I've got a team, so it's not just myself. Of course, I'm married, so my wife, sort of, we both do our coaching in a sense of fitness coaching. Um, Football coaching, I've got another person that I do football coaching with, but it's just about keeping a tight schedule, really. Like I said, I wake up at 4:45 in the morning. Now, waking up at 4:45, that is, to some people, they'll say, "What are you doing?" Or "I can't do that." And before I used to think that I couldn't do that, but it's just about getting yourself into that habit, that routine. Um, you know, I haven't been doing that for the Easter holidays. I've just been taking a little bit of a break in the sense of just making myself wake up naturally. But I still seem to be waking up around about 7 o'clock at least, and I'll still get my workout done. So it's just about making sure having that mindset of, actually I'm going to do this, I'm going to achieve this today, and that's that. In regards to coaching, well, teaching, I just love like kids, and I love like the students that I teach, and it just sort of stems into sort of football coaching as well. Just sort of just festering what into the young children of today, and just seeing how they progress each week, each lesson, each session, etc. It just makes you want to do um it over and over and over again, especially when you can see the changes and you can see the positive outcomes, and that's what they need, that's what kids need.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's true, like a role model, really.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's it in one, a role model. That's it. That's what they need these days, because of course you get role models in things like social media and stuff like that, but sometimes it might not be the right role model in that
Yeah.
aspect. So when they can see you face to face, and they can see, oh, actually, what, my coach is showing up week in and week out, or my teacher is showing up daily. I need to not let my teacher down, not let myself down. Um, but yeah, they can see that positivity, um, and that should inspire them in that sense.
Yeah, but aren't you tired when you work out early in the morning and then you go to work like teaching? I'm a teacher
Yeah,
myself. I don't think I can do that because like, I don't know. My mindset is wake up,
yeah.
get ready, and go to work because
See,
teaching takes so much
yeah,
out of you.
I I feel that if I don't work out, I won't be able to function properly in that sense. I don't know. I feel like it's time for yourself, and because obviously I've been giving my time to a lot of people and a lot of like students, etc. It's that time. I know that when I wake up at 4:45, that is my time, and that's my time to get my things done. So therefore,
Mhm.
I can be a better person for other people as well. So I feel genuinely. more energetic. So when I get into school, I'm like, yes, let's go, And they're the ones that are like, oh, it's
Just to
you know,
motivate. Come on.
yeah. And that's
Yeah.
it. I'm ready. I'm buzzing. But I feel like if I, for instance, take a day off or so, and I have done it like before where I've been ill or sick or, and I've said I really can't work out today, but let me get into work, and I'm just like a zombie. Like, I'm just like, oh, yeah. So yeah, I do feel tired in the sense of when I get home probably about 7 o'clock, that's when I start winding down. And then again, it's about having your time, so whether it's reading a book or, just watching a series or something like that, spending time with my kids as well, it's just that sort of winding down.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So I wanted to say you have a massive following on Instagram because people, I mean, I'm a fan of all the things that you do. I like to see your workouts. I like to see also like you show healthy meals. That's what I like as
Yeah.
well. That's what really got me attracted more into your Instagram feeds. I really like this stuff. And I like that you show that your day to day, you're outing with the kids. Like you show yourself who you are and you have this massive following. So can you explain that success of yours?
Yeah. I mean, it's just been a case of I like to show people what I do in that sense. And I'm not like a fanatic in the sense of posting every single day. I wish I could, but again, it's just some elements, and yes, it is time. So yeah, I think a lot of people just been following me, and especially through lockdown, I had like a whole coaching success where people couldn't go to the gym. So we did like an online session, and I had like a great sort of team with me where we just used to just log on like Zoom, and then there'll be like about 6 or 7 of us, working out daily, being accountable for each other's results, etc. And we had like a massive WhatsApp group with, yep, I've just done this workout, I've just done this, and everyone just holding each other accountable and supporting each other, especially during lockdown where a lot of people weren't really able to see each other, but seeing each other virtually and communicating, that really helps. So yeah, it's just been doing that in that sense. A lot of people liking what I do in that sense, so yeah, that's me.
I need to also ask you this, yeah. How did you feel when Emma Raducanu won I think she won, it was the US Open she won?
Yeah,
she won that. And they were asking people in the area of Bromley, what did they think? You were there on TV. Like, how did you feel?
Oh, you saw me on TV.
I saw you. I was watching the news. And I was like, hey, I said, I know this guy. My partner was like, oh, yeah, of course you do. I said, I swear, I know him. I had to show him evidence, actually.
That is hilarious.
I mean, how did that happen? So they were BBC cruise, like, in Bromley, and then you guys just, got called.
That was it. It was me and my wife and the kids were just having a day in Bromley. And of course she won the US Open then. So they just wanted our sort of point of view on that, and we said, yeah, we're really proud of her, especially she's from the area, etc. So yeah, it was just like a moment, an opportunity, shall I say, that we took, and it was good. It was good, and we're proud of her.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I really hope she goes back to her best. I mean, I've been a fan of her. I'm a little bit disappointed. I don't know what's going on with her, but I feel like consistency is key. Like just the working out, the mindset is key. So I think for her to go back to the success, she needs consistency, coaching or whatever, but she'll be back. I believe that this is not the end for her. She'll be back. So yeah. And yeah, you got kids as well. So I mean, for me, I think, when you have that success so soon, not so unexpected, sometimes it feels like, oh, you know what? Yeah, you take some certain things for granted. That's how I feel. I don't know her personally to say that, but the different coaches all the time, that's not going to be good. I mean, look at Novak. How long has he been with that coach? Look at the success, like the greatest tennis player of all time. Come on, use some reference.
I think so. I think in any sporting success, like you said, the coaching side of things where they need that consistency. Like look at Manchester United, for instance. You know, we had Sir
You
Alex
talk about
Ferguson.
that right now.
That's my team. But even
That's
still,
my team
you
as
know,
well, and I'm
but
really
look at
sad. But against
yeah,
Liverpool, I wasn't expecting it, and they
no,
really listen. I thought we were gonna lose 4-5-0,
yeah,
but somehow I don't know what it was, but it was about teamwork. You were like you are on your own turf.
yeah,
Liverpool is the
yeah.
enemy. You can't let them walk on you. Doesn't matter if we were. Oh, sorry about that. Answer.
No, that's all right. Oh, I'm the host now.
I'm very sorry about this. I don't know what happened. Somebody call me.
Uh,
Yes, I was
No,
saying
that's all
about
right.
Man United. It doesn't matter if we are the bottom of the league. If it doesn't matter, Liverpool is the enemy. You can't allow them to beat you. Come on, and they
Yeah,
showed some strength somehow. And
yeah, yeah.
everybody writes Man United off, but they haven't done too bad because 6 is not great, but it
No,
could have
no.
been a lot worse. So I don't know what
Oh
you
yeah.
want to say about the consistency about the team. What's
I
happening to
think
us?
I think it is that mindset really. I think when the new manager came in, um, everyone had that momentum. Like, okay, we've got a new manager. It's going to change things. Yeah, let's all go. That everyone was supporting behind, and we did well. We did all right. Um, and then again, it was just like the new season, and then we started losing, and everyone's like, "No, the manager should get sacked. What is he doing? You know, and all that." So I think it's that inconsistency, but again, it's just finding a team that will work together and gel together. Because I think when we had when the new manager came, um, I think his energy was all focused on Marcus Rashford,
Yeah,
if you know what I mean. So it
yeah,
was just like, yeah, Rashford, and Rashford was doing well, like scoring, but it was just Rashford. And what we didn't want is another sort of scenario with, you just have one player that is the limelight, like Ronaldo, etc. Because
mm,
if Rashford leaves, then what? You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So I think now you can see like with Garnacho and like a lot of other younger
Mm,
players are coming in and showing what they can do.
yeah.
I think that's mainly what is sort of driving their success when they trial out in that sense. So I think it's consistency, but I think it's all about taking a risk as well.
Taking a risk, teamwork. I have to
Yeah.
say, Ten Hag, I don't think he's a bad coach. I think
Mm.
the team needs to work with him, with his vision. So I think it's
Yeah.
it's about teamwork because I
Yeah.
feel like something is missing. There's a link missing to
Yeah.
make that team. Because to be honest, I've seen like the way they play against City. I thought they're gonna trash us, but they didn't. So
No, no,
there
no.
is something. I feel like
I,
there's potential to
I feel,
look at
I
for next
feel,
season.
yeah, I feel like you're right. I feel like Ten Hag hasn't really, he's got a vision, but I feel like something sort of stomping his vision right now. Like I feel like he can give more in that
Yeah,
sense. So I don't know whether it's a case of half of the team are not really buying into it or not. I'm not sure what it is, but I feel like he's not a bad coach. He's not terrible. I think he's better. Like you've got Alex Ferguson. Apart from Alex Ferguson, I think he could be the next Alex Ferguson. I feel like all the other coaches that have come in, they've stayed for like a short period of time. And look at David Moyes. Like
let's not
I
talk
think
about the Moist era.
that
That was a
that
bit
was just the
embarrassing.
worst. That was the worst. So I think with
Yeah,
Ten Hag, the vision, the future's bright, shall I say?
yeah.
But I feel like everyone just needs to support.
Pull together,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Honestly,
I think
and
that
people need to say that. Listen, no one can replace Ferguson ever. I mean,
no,
no one can come close to what he's achieved. But the
yeah,
beginning, and I did research about Ferguson, when
yeah.
he started, it wasn't successful either.
It
It
wasn't.
took him
No,
4 years.
I
Four
think I
years.
think I think if he didn't win the last match, and like they were gonna write him off, they were gonna actually
Sack him.
like sack him. They were
Yeah,
gonna sack him, and then he won, and then they thought, okay, let's give him a chance,
yeah,
and that's it. So I think Ten Hag could definitely be up there. They just need to give him that time and that patient part. Now it's just about quick wins. Everyone wants that quick success. Okay,
mm,
Man City they've done the treble. Obviously, we've done the treble. We've done it.
yeah,
Yeah, but now they've done it. It's kind of like a competition now. Are they going to do it again? We need to do it like before them, etc. So it's just like I think everyone wants those quick wins now rather than you know.
yeah. Be patient.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't like to mention this, but I hate Liverpool. I will never, ever support that team, ever. But the manager, I like him. I don't
yeah,
know what it is about him, but
mm,
he started at Liverpool, and I
mm,
knew he's gonna do well somehow. I knew, but again, he didn't start as good as he is now. It took
yeah.
time, but his
It took,
energy, positivity. I
yeah,
don't know, but even me, I hate Liverpool, but I like this guy. And I
yeah.
remember when they lost the
I know what
Champions
you
League
mean.
for the first time, he could have been soaking home. No, he met the fans, say, guys, next year we're gonna win it. And he
Yeah,
make them believe.
yeah,
And I like that he won everything with Liverpool. Champions League, done. Premier League, done. And I
yeah,
have to say, I'm happy he's going.
yeah.
Sorry,
He's going.
sorry, Klopp. I love you, but I'm so happy you're going. Because I feel like since you've been here, Liverpool has been to the next level. I mean, again,
Yeah,
it's about the consistency. They didn't
yeah,
sack him. They believe in the guy, and
yeah,
the guy care about the fans, care about the players, care about every aspect of Liverpool. And I
yeah.
have to say, I want that for Man United. I want the same thing.
I think
Ten
so.
Hag, I
I
feel
think
like he has things, but it's not fully established yet. I think we need to give him time.
yeah. I think that's it. It's just time. I think we just need to give him time. Do not write him off as of yet. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think he'll be good. I think he'll be good.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
Fingers
example
crossed.
that yeah, fingers crossed. But it's a beautiful example that we're using football team because it goes hand in hand with what we do as teachers. Because we're
Yeah,
not just the leaders, we
yeah,
also want all of us to have results. So it's about
mm,
encouragement. It's about working together. It's not about, oh, you
yeah,
know what, uh, you do as I say and whatever, excluding this
yeah,
person who's not doing well. It's about, the
yeah,
togetherness as well in the classroom. And I feel
yeah.
like
That's
football
it.
managers, they're like teachers in a way.
They are, and even like in my development as a teacher, I did like a major twilight with all the teachers, and I did research on motivation. So my project is about keeping children motivated in a classroom through scoring them in a particular system, in a sense of yes, you've got your achievement points and all that stuff, but I'm rewarding them points for how they're being academically and non-academically. So when they come into the classroom and they sit down and they get the books out, you've done really well. You've scored a point. You've got a point there, and they're like, oh, I've got a point. So okay, you
Mm.
know. And then they write down the title, and they're focused, they're listening, they're asking, you know, questions which are relevant to the subject. Okay, you've got another point, so I'm not giving them any negative points. I'm just giving them positive points in the classroom, and that seems to be going well.
That's amazing.
So yeah, it's all about that intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. What's motivating them within, and yeah, I do give them extrinsic motivation, like rewards, etc. But it's just about building on them intrinsically. And that seems to be going well. So yeah, it's just all all of those sort of things. That
That's
seems to
amazing.
help.
Yeah, because I mean, I used to work with you when I was doing my PGCE, and I've
Yep.
seen I love element of the good thing they did. I mean, I will never forget that class that you had once. I think it was a year 9 class. There was
Yeah.
so much going on there. There was a girl that was standing up, running around the classroom. There was one girl didn't want to do the work, challenging you, or why are you doing this, whatever. I mean, the class was very tricky. But I
Yeah,
like that
chaotic.
you never used any negative. You were
Mm.
actually very positive, encouraging
Yeah,
them. And at the end, I saw them actually doing the work. And I'm not
yeah,
gonna lie to you, the math stuff was hard. I was like, I don't know how, I don't really get it. And then you make them get it. You went step by step. You were not
yeah,
like, okay, you have to sort this out yourself, work it out. No, you were step
yeah.
by step. One
And that's it.
example, you modeled it, and then you went around to check that they were on track, they were doing it. I
Yeah,
like that you embrace that class, even though they were very, very tricky, but you
yeah.
embrace them, and I feel like they responded well to you. That's
And that's
that's
it.
that's amazing.
Yeah, like they were my year 9 class and then year 10 and 11, but some of them had gone into other classes, and I remember you're saying the girl who was like running around, she came back and she said, "Sir, like I will never forget, how you had time for me in year 9. I wish I was in your class now." Um, you know, um, so it is about that being patient. As teachers, we need to be patient. Yes, yes, sometimes, of course, you need to challenge, or in fact, you do need to challenge kids, especially if they're not quite doing what they should be doing, but do it in a positive way, because they will always remember, actually, you know what, I might have been having an off day, but however, my teacher didn't make me feel useless, or my teacher didn't make me feel insignificant or inconsequential. My teacher was actually there for me. My teacher supported me, so yeah, even though, you know, some teachers would have just walked out, or said like, I can't do this. And you might have those times that you're like, I really can't do this, even now, but
That happened to
when,
me
yeah, yeah, that's it.
that year.
I was
Was
speaking
tough.
to one of my friends yesterday, or a teacher, who is my friend as well, and he said how to describe teaching is like bipolar. Like, it is, you have your ups, you have your downs. It's a whirlwind in that sense, Um, and yeah, you just got to take all the wins, even if it's a little win, like they had 10 minutes of silence. That's a win, rather than out of the 60 minutes or 50 minutes they wasn't doing. It's the worst class ever. No, you can say, look, 10 minutes, they were actually working solidly, you know. Um, so I think it's just about taking the wins rather than looking at the
Negative.
negative.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. I mean, we have a class that we had in common.
yeah.
I think they're year 10 now. I
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
say, first time I was asked to teach them,
Mm,
it was so awful. I went home and I cried. I was like, what am I doing? What
yeah,
is this?
yeah,
And I remember, at that time I was talking to some of my former teachers. And when I told them about my day, they said, but they are basically you when you're that age. I was
yeah,
like, I wasn't doing that. They said, no, they said, Tama, you did. All of that they were doing to you, you did that to us. And they're like, but
mm,
how do you feel? And I'm like, I feel awful. Like, I feel like it's payback or something. She said, no, she said, what you should do is use that experience.
yeah,
Okay, you didn't get that support, but what can
mm,
you do for them? Like,
yeah,
instead of looking at the negative, what are you going to do different next time you see them? Because I
yeah,
was ready to quit. I was ready to
yeah,
say, look, I don't care about how much money for the loan. I said, I'm not doing this anymore. I spoke to my former mentor and I said, look, I don't think this is going to work. And then she said
yeah,
to me, so what, you're just going to walk out when something gets difficult?
mm,
Like, is that it? Like, do you think other jobs are easy? Do you think everything you find something difficult, you're just going to walk off? And I
yeah,
said, you know what, you're right. So I went there the next day, full of positivity,
yeah,
forgetting about what happened. Because if I rebel, like, oh my days, that person, I just forget what happened. And
mm,
to be honest, I tried to be more like, come on, let's do this, whatever, like a team, like, come on, let's motivate them a lot more.
yeah,
And I don't know, somehow they responded at the end. I'm gonna say one or two, well, work in progress, but
Yeah,
the majority responded quite well, which was
that's good.
amazing because I built a relationship with that class, even
Yeah,
though I knew I wasn't gonna be there, for the rest of
yeah.
of the year, but I built a relationship. And I remember the last time I saw them and I had to say goodbye to them, I cried. I was like,
Mm,
oh my goodness. I was so sad. I was like, oh my goodness. When I had a perfect year nine, when I left them, they were like, oh yeah, Miss, all the best. I said, thank you very much. But that class, they were like, oh Miss, why are you going?
yeah,
Were we that bad? I was like, no, guys, it's not about that at all. It's like I've been here just to work for that period of time, and
yeah,
I have to now, go somewhere else. And they're like, oh, but
yeah.
Miss, why did
Spread
you
your
stay? I
wings.
said, exactly. I said, listen, I said, with your class, I've learned so much. I
Yeah,
really have. And you didn't make it easy, but at the same time, you know what, teaching is not easy. You
yeah,
know, I don't come here for the easiness. It was the learning process. And I said that I got that. So I've got to say, every time I work somewhere, I've never met a class like that again.
yeah,
Well, there's some aspect, but that class, I still cherish those moments because they turned a corner and they actually did actually quite well. People wrote them off like, oh, they are the worst class, they're actually rubbish. But when you have the, relationship, they
yeah.
respond to you. And what I
Of
wanted from
course.
them, for them to do well in French.
Yeah,
And three quarters actually did well.
yeah,
Honestly, I
yeah.
can't I
That's
can't
good.
ask for more. I mean, sometimes
That's
I have
great,
to
in fact.
focus. Yeah, so sometimes I have to focus on the positive, like the engagement and some
That's
of
it.
the silly attitude. I'm like, if I focus on them, that's gonna
Yeah,
take away what we're doing. So I had to. So they realize that I'm here to do a job, and your
yeah,
job is just give me like everything that I'm teaching you. You
yeah,
guys transfer it back to me, and it worked. And I really miss them. I'm
yeah.
sure they're still causing havoc. Maybe they've matured. But if you see them, say hi from me because I still miss them dearly.
Don't worry.
And I
I
feel
will.
like I might see them.
Yeah, maybe one day. Maybe. You never know.
Yeah, they're all yours. They're all yours. They're your babies. But yeah, so to finally ask you, so you have children, so how do you manage all your activities and you have
Yeah,
also children yourself? Like, I mean, how do you manage to be a
yeah,
dad?
yeah. Like it is in itself. It's a job, an amazing job in that sense. And I must say, like me and my wife, we work really, really well. Together in a sense of we plan things, make sure that if one's doing one thing, the other's sort of supporting the others, So,
Mm.
sometimes when she's doing her thing, I'm there supporting, making sure I'm taking them here and there. And, so it's just about planning, talking, communicating as a team, in order to sort of help each other and help our kids, but again, it's at dinner time, for instance, we're not the family that will sit around the sofa and watch TV and, you know, we're talking,
Mm.
so we will sit on the table, around the table and we will just talk and that's it, talk about your day. And we'll go around, we'll say, how was your day? How was your day? How was your day? Okay, what have you learned from your day, etc. And then we can talk and engage about that, so it's all about communication. And that's one thing I would say kids want and need.
Mm.
They want you to they want to feel heard. They want to
Mhm.
feel that, oh, actually, me and my mum or me and my dad had a really, really good conversation, or he gave me fantastic advice, or, I didn't think of it like this. Now I thought of it like this now. Now I'm thinking this way, so it's just about communicating in that
That's
sense.
amazing.
So yeah,
Yeah. So to end my question, I usually ask my guests. So, what would
yeah.
be your main advice you want to give to young people to follow on your successful footstep as a coach, as a dad, as a DJ, as a gym fanatic? Did I miss something? As a teacher? Did I miss anything? Well, what would you give a young person who's listening to this? What would you say to them? The key to
um
success.
I think the key to success is, like I've said before, is communication and listening. I would say in my class, you know, the ratio of 2 to 1, you've got 2 ears, 1 mouth, you know, listen more. So when you're listening, take it in, and then obviously voice what you need to voice. But I think it is that listening to advice, listen to your teachers. You know, they're not saying things for the sake of it. Same out like a football coach. You know, they're not saying things for the sake of it. They've got a vision. They want to see you progress. You know, so I think it's for kids, for students, young people. It's just to listen. Yeah, don't be afraid to listen. And I think that's what it is. A lot of them are, can't be bothered. You know, but they need to just listen, have that time to listen.
And also in your school, what I like is the togetherness. I really like that. You guys are quite close. I think not just by department, but even outside the department. So I feel like as a school, the reason why it's a great school still, for me, is because of that togetherness you guys have. You all have the same message, you all have the same ways, you know. You really listen, I think, to the student. That's one thing also I've learned to do myself. It wasn't just, oh, you're not behaving, but then I'm like, why are they not behaving? So I started to listen a bit more. There was one specific student that unfortunately got excluded. I started to listen to him a bit more. I was like, I said, but why are you being like this? Why are you doing this? And then he started to talk to me. And I'm like, oh, and I'm thinking, sometimes we assume things without actually listening. So when you listen, things are easier. You have a more of an understanding, I think. So listening, communication,
And it's that making sure they know that you're listening as well. Like, for instance, as you know, when you're in a classroom, especially if you've got a class of 30, etc., or 32, you know, sir, so and so, you know, and you're helping someone else, you know, and they might not feel listened to. But what the language that I use is, I'm listening, or I'll be with you in a minute. I've just heard what you said. So they understand that, well, actually, my teacher's listening to me. Okay, cool. That's fine. You know.
Totally. I love it. Thank you so much for your time. I hope I didn't take away from your daily routine and things. So I know you have a very busy life, but I really hope we can meet up, you know, hopefully. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
A pleasure. Thank you. Have a lovely day, and thank you so much.
You too. All right. Take care.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.